Hello and welcome to Morning Coffee with Maddog Merv in my new venue here in the yard. We'll talk about all that in a minute. We'll talk about what's going on the channel. Let's get started. A little French roast. Ah, that is so good. Welcome to Morning Coffee.
Maddog Merv today.
Got our French roast this morning again. I wonder if I'm a big fat guy. I mean, holy cow. I always had a schmear. A schmear.
He's probably going for bagels. He's trying to steal
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it.
I have no clue.
And I got a bunch of chores to do. Oh, who wants to do that? So today's shout out goes to a channel called Hammerhead Model Making. Now, this is a friend of mine, local here, and I've got to tell you, his content's good. His subjects, kind of interesting to me. But what really interests me is his production, the way that he puts it together, the way his shows look, very professional looking. He does a great job. The sun just came out, so I'm going to change angles here. But Hammerhead Model Making, please check him out. You're going to find some really cool stuff there that you like. So we're going to turn this around here and take a quick look at where the new venue is. So there's the doghouse, and the table used to sit right out in front of the doghouse, and it was nice. It was wonderful. I could watch the squirrels when they'd run on the back wall and go up the telephone pole. But now, really needing a bigger space for the table and for people to sit, I've moved it to the driveway here, the part of the driveway that I don't use to park on. So it's been much better. We're using this table a whole lot more as a group, and it gives me a bigger, wider area here to throw ball to that crazy healer. So Cruella and I have fun every morning out here. Well, she has more fun than I do, but my arm gets plenty of exercise. Anyway, throwing this ball to her, she really, really enjoys this. This is kind of like life for her. But you can see the new grass is coming in well. It's struggling in a couple of places. Of course, I got dogs, so there's a few places that are not going to do real well. But so far, things are looking pretty good back here. Thought I'd move out front and show you guys the view that I have. With the trees, I don't really get to see the mountains to the east a whole lot, at least down here. When I'm up on the porch, I can see quite a bit more. But you can see that I get a pretty good view of part of the mountains here. And whether it's the front porch or the back porch, puts me up just enough that I get a little bit better view of them. It's kind of a quiet little neighborhood, which I do appreciate immensely. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of a peaceful place to be. So anyway, thought I'd share that with you. So I think every once in a while we'll kind of change it up out here. Because from time to time I'll have different friends over, and we'll have a cup of coffee either out here on the front. I call it the front porch, but that's the front porch. But we'll either have it out here in the front, or we'll go back to the backyard and sit for a little bit and just chat. I really enjoy my morning coffee with my friends and my former colleagues that will stop by from time to time. It's the one really nice thing about being retired is instead of having to gulp my coffee on the way to work and throw down a muffin or something, unhealthy thing, I can actually take the time in the morning and enjoy life just a little bit. And really that's what it should be about, is enjoying life. Okay, Pete, so here you go. As I've told you folks before, I live maybe a mile due east, if not less, due east of the main runway at the Salt Lake Airport. Well, one of the main runways. So I get a lot of light aircraft traffic through here. We'll get life flight helicopters that fly directly over the house. Every once in a while, you'll get a B-17 or some other warbird that'll come in to what's called the executive terminal. It's kind of the, how can I put it? It's more for the private planes and whatnot. But they'll take off and circle to the east here, and I get a great view of them from time to time when they come into town. So, you know, this is a pretty neat place for me. The sights, the sounds, the smells. Right now, today, I don't have any furry creatures running around out here. The other day, as I was leaving, I had a squirrel right by the door of the Mustang. I guess wanted to go with on a ride, and I no, you're not going with. But I've had a mom and some juvenile squirrels over here in the trumpeter vine this week as well. That you know, they're always fun. I love watching the squirrels frolic, and just being able to be in an urban setting but still have a bunch of nature around is really quite nice. So we did What's in the Box on Monday, and it was, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite episode, that's for sure, but I was thinking last weekend exactly what I wanted to put up. I wasn't quite finished with the 66 Chevelle, which I really wanted to do, but I wasn't quite done, wasn't quite ready for it. And I'm laying in bed, and it just comes to me, poof. You need to do a What's in the Box, and you need to do a piece on all these molds you've got. And I thought, well, okay, I don't know why, but, you know, just the feeling came to me. So that's what we decided to do, and I hope you guys got something out of it. I am very versatile, like I've said, in my model building. That's about 4/5 of my molds. I do have a few others, some that are specifically for some craft projects, and I have a few others that are kind of in some boxes with the models that I'm building them for. So anyway, I hope there was something that you guys got out of that. It was a little bit of a surprise to see partial Sherman Hall in there. I didn't realize I had that. But anyway, no kit hoarder stash this last week, but we did go to the car show. I will share some pictures of that soon. But if you go and check out my live feed from that, you'll get to see a pretty good smattering of what was there. There was about 130 vehicles total, including the Mustang. If you go over to 390 Wagon Master's channel, he did a much more comprehensive view of the cars than I did. So please feel free to check out Wagon Master 390. Great guy. I had a lot of fun. Mike and I go clear back to junior high school, and we know a lot of the same people. He worked at some places that I used to frequent, and so whenever we get together, we do have a lot to reminisce about. And a car show like that's a perfect place. We talk about, he's a car guy as well. He has, at one point in time, he took an old S10 pickup, pulled the motor out and put a V8 in it, built his own little sleeper. Mike's a good cat. He's the guy that I got the 69 Firebird from years ago, and I wish I still had it. Unfortunately, when I went through that first divorce, it was horrible, and well, lost a lot of stuff, and the 69 Firebird was one of the things I lost. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys got something out of it. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out, because there's some really cool cars in there. This week on the Kit Hoarder Stash, I've got something, of course, off the wall. It's from that Jolly Roger series of I think it's 1/12 scale Halloween pirate figures that Lindbergh put out years and years ago. I think they used to call it the Pirates of the Caribbean series before Disney said, you're not doing that. But anyway, we're going to be reviewing another one of those kits. It's called Hex Marks the Spot. we'll be reviewing that on Thursday. For the main show tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? The 66 Chevelle. That 66 Chevelle that I got not too long ago, we did a review on. Well, I got it built finally. Ran into a few problems that I didn't anticipate. I haven't built that kit since I was like 16 or 17. So it's been a while and I forgot some of the issues with it. But it reminded me very quickly. Man, you know, it's nice to be able to build a project in just a couple of weekends. But on the flip side, it would be nice to not have to engineer and do all the things I have to do just to get a kit to fit and go together anymore. Enough said on that. So anyway, we're going to do that tomorrow, and hopefully you guys like how that turned out. I love how it turned out. It's the color that I want to paint the Blazer, which we'll talk a little bit about that. So, all right, well, you guys have taken the tour of things here. We have talked about what's coming up, talked about what we did, and given a shout out to a great channel. It's humbling for me. I'm an old guy. I'm kind of set in my ways, and I'm going to do things my way. Unfortunately, I don't have the skill and training that a lot of these newer, younger guys have. And so when it comes to doing productions, I'm not very good at it. I can build models, I can tell stories, but I'm not good at the putting things together in a production. Not like some of these guys. And like I said, with Hammerhead, yeah, he's got some interesting content, but for me, just watching his productions, and I go, wow, I wish my productions looked that good. But I am what I am, and it is what it is. So you guys take care, have a great week, and we will see you tomorrow for the main show, which is that 66 Chevelle. The end of the coffee. Take care, guys.